Good morning all. Now we are going to discuss about carry look ahead adder. Actually, we have some disadvantage of 4-bit parallel adder, that is a delay. In order to overcome that, we are going for carry look ahead adder. In 4-bit parallel adder, actually in n-bit parallel adder, we have cascaded of n full adder. If it is a 4-bit parallel adder, we will cascade the 4 full adder. So number of bit equal to number of full adder, that we already discussed. So if you are considering n-bit parallel adder, each time each full adder is to wait for carry for the previous full adder. So the n-bit adder have to wait for a long time. It is called a delay. It is called propagation delay. So the propagation time is an important factor of the adder because it limits the speed of the device. Okay, that means with which the two numbers should be added. In order to overcome these disadvantages only, we are going for carry look ahead adder. So carry look ahead adder will overcome this delay disadvantage present in the 4-bit parallel adder. So the carry look ahead adder should be designed in such a way that each full adder going to generate the carry the same time. That means simultaneously we are going to generate the carry for all full adder present in the parallel adder. So how we are going to make the design in the carry look ahead adder? For that, first we are considering the full adder equation. Already we derived. So in that full adder equation, this is the equation for sum. A exclusive or B exclusive or C. We are going to make some modification in the design. So what modification we are making? So here this A, B, C all are input, right? So this A can be represented as AI, B can be represented as BI. Okay, so this AI and BI can be represented as PI. That means this PI is called carry propagate. So the carry propagate is denoted by AI exclusive or BI. So this AI exclusive or BI is denoted as PI carry propagate. Then this GI is called carry generate. So this one where we are making this assumption from this carry. So here I am again this A and B is AI BI. So this is denoted as GI carry generate. We are making this assumption in order to overcome the disadvantage present in the 4-bit parallel adder. Okay, so this assumption now going to substitute in the equation sum of full adder as well as the carry of full adder. So now consider this equation. This equation is replaced like this based on this assumption. So we know A exclusive or B, that is equal to PI, that we replaced here. Then this CI written as it is. This equation over, then carry. Actually till now we discussed about this equation. What is this? Carry of the full adder is AB plus BC plus CA. So for further simplification, you will get this equation. Hereafter, we are going to consider this simplified equation or carry look ahead adder design. From the simplified equation, already we know what is AI into PI. So AI into PI equal to GI. That means carry generate. That will be replaced here. Then A exclusive or B. Already we know what is A exclusive or B, PI. That is replaced here. Then this CI is written as it is. So now hereafter we are going to consider this is the sum and carry equation for the further design of carry look ahead adder. Then this carry look ahead adder, already I said GI is the carry generate, PI is the carry propagate. Okay, so now here C0 is the input carry. Further carry C1, C2, C3, how we are going to derive based on this equation we designed. Okay, this is the equation already we have designed in the previous section. So now what happening here? Now we know this Pi, Gi. From this, we derived this equation. So now hereafter, this is the sum and carry equation. So this is SI means if I need to find the sum of the first full order, what we supposed to write? For example, if I is equal to 1, what is S1? S1 equal to P1 exclusive or C1. Then how to find sum to the next full order value? P2 exclusive or C2. In the same way, we can find S3 and S4 etc. for n-bit parallel adder. Okay. Now we can find sum using this equation. Our aim is to reduce the disadvantage of 4-bit parallel adder, that is second full adder, how to weight the carry for the first full adder. So we have to do the design modification in the carry only. That's why here we derive the carry equations. Now we are assuming C0 is an input carry. So what is C1? How can we find C1? C1 from this equation, we supposed to substitute I equal to 0. If you are substituting I is equal to 0 in this equation, so here I is 0, so 0 plus 1, 1, you will get C1. Then I is 0, so G0. Here I is 0, so P0. I is 0, so C0. So we will get this equation. This is the C1 carry. Then how to find the carry C2 and C3? In order to find C2 from this equation, we have to substitute I equal to 1. If you are substituting I is equal to 1 in this equation, so 1 plus 1, what you will get? 2. So C2 equal to, I have to substitute I is equal to 1, so G1. So here it is G1. Then P1, C1. After this G1 written as it is, this P1 written as it is, instead of this C1, we supposed to substitute this equation. So I know what is C1. This C1 should be substitute over here. So now this is the C2 carry equation. Now G1 you write as it is. G1 write as it is. P1, this G1 written as it is, multiply inside P1 G0, multiply inside P1 P0 G0. This is a final equation for carry 2. Next, the same equation, how to find C3. Okay. Now if you are substituting I is equal to 2. If I is equal to 2, what you will get? 2 plus 1, 3. So I will get C3. Then I is equal to 2, so G2. Then P2, C2. So G2 write as it is, P2 write as it is. Instead of G2, substitute this equation. Okay. Now this is the final equation for C3. So from these derived equation, we can understand that you see C1 is depend on the carry C0. But C2 also depends only on the carry C0. See the full equation. The C2 not at all depends on C1. It depends only on C0. In the same way, you see the equation of C3. C3 also depends only on C0. It does not depends on the C2 and C1. So we can reduce the time delay. We can speed up the process. So this is the way we are overcoming the disadvantage of 4-bit parallel adder by designing the carry look ahead adder. So this same concept we are going to implement as a logic diagram. You know, G0 plus P0 plus C0. Take G0 as one input, P0 is another one input, C0 is another one input. Then for this we need one AND gate. Then adding these two, I need one OR gate. The same logic diagram we should draw for the C1, C2, C3. See here, we know the equation for C1. Implement the equation. We take the input C0, P0, G0, P1, G1, P2, G2. From this input, we know the logic equation. See, we know the logic equation. Based on these equations, only multiplication, addition, only based on AND gate, OR gate, draw this diagram. Okay, now we got C1, C2, C3. Based on this, we are going to design a carry look ahead adder for 4-bit parallel adder. So 4-bit parallel adder. 4-bit parallel adder, you know, S0, S1, S2, S3. Okay, four sums we will get because 4-bit parallel adder means 4 full adder. So S0, S1, S2, S3. Already I told here what is S0. S0 equal to P0 plus C0. S1 equal to P1 plus C1. S2 equal to P2 plus C2. S3 equal to P3 plus C3. Same thing here. S0, S1, S2, S3. We implemented based on that equations. Over. Next, what we supposed to do? Here we should find. See here, we should find what is here. Directly we taken G0, P0, C0. What is G0? What is P0? That we supposed to derive. So that's what here we design. You know what is P3? P3 equal to A3 exclusive or P3. Then what is G3? A3 into B3. That's why AND gate. Then what is P2? A2 exclusive or B2. Then what is G2? A2 into B2. The same way we should design P1, G1, P0, G0. Okay. This is the input carry. C0 we consider. This is the C4 as we discussed here. The 2-level circuit for the output carry C4 is not shown. It can be easily derived by the equation. So directly we taken this. It should be carry over to the next parallel adder. If you are connecting the next adder, we can connect this output to the next 4-bit parallel adder. Then magnitude comparator. So the magnitude comparator, we know what is magnitude comparator. It is a hardware electronic device that take two numbers as a input in binary form. It will determine whether it is a greater than or less than or equal to the other numbers. It will be used in microprocessor and CPU system. So the magnitude comparator is a comparator. It will compare two binary numbers. Based on it comparing the 1-bit or 2-bit or 3-bit, we are classifying the magnitude comparator as a 1-bit magnitude comparator, 2-bit magnitude comparator, and 3-bit magnitude comparator, etc. So first we will discuss about 1-bit magnitude comparator. So 1-bit magnitude comparator, we are comparing the two binary numbers, that is A and B. A has 1 bit, B has 1 bit. That's why this is called 1-bit comparator. The output is always these three combination, either A greater than B or A equal to B or A less than B. Now I am comparing, this is a truth table of 1-bit magnitude comparator. I am going to compare A and B. So A and B, two binary number, single bit. First I am comparing this A equal to 0, B equal to 0. So I am comparing this two binary number, A equal to 0, 1-bit number. Then I am comparing B equal to 0. So 1-bit binary numbers I am comparing. So A equal to 0, B equal to 0. If you are comparing these two numbers, A equal to B. Because A also 0, B also 0. So you write 1 in A equal to B. Then we should compare for second one. So A equal to 0. Then B equal to 1. So A is 0, B is 1. From this, you know, this is A less than B. So you should write 1 in A less than B. In the same way, we should compare these two number and these two number. So this is A greater than B. So you write 1 in A greater than B. So this is A equal to B. So you write 1 in A equal to B. Now, as usual, we know that from the truth table, we should do the logic design by K-map equations. Okay, by the K-map solving, we will get the logic design. From the logic design, we should draw the logic diagram. Okay, so first we should draw the K-map for A less than B. Then A equal to B. then A greater than B. So we should do 3 K-maps based on these two input variables. So we have two input variables, again 2 power n, that is equal to 2 power 2, 4-cell combination K-map we should draw. You know how to draw the K-map. For this one K-map, for this one K-map, for this one K-map. Totally 3 K-maps. Consider the min terms alone. While drawing the A less than B, we should consider only this min term corresponding to cell 1. Okay. Then for A equal to B, we should consider these min terms in K-maps. A greater than B, consider these min terms. Then I will get this logical expression for 1-bit magnitude comparator. So for this, we should draw the design. What is A less than B? A bar into B. So A less than B. So this is A less than B, A bar into B. So this is A bar. I am multiplying with the B input. So A bar into B, I will get A less than B. In the same way, A greater than B is A into B bar. So A greater than B, I taken A input directly. Then here it is B bar. So B bar into A is multiplied. That is B bar into A is A greater than B. Then what is A equal to B? A bar B plus AB. So A bar B plus AB is a exclusive NOR gate. So already I have A bar B. This is my A bar B output. This is my A B bar. So A bar B plus A B bar that I taken. Then again I am taking the inverse of this. I will get A bar B bar plus AB, that is equal to AB. Okay. For this equation, we should draw the logic design. First one is A bar B multiplied. I will get A less than B. Then A B bar is multiplied. Then I will get A greater than B. Actually, I supposed to get A bar B bar plus AB for A equal to B. But here I got A bar B bar plus A B bar. Again, if you are taking not for this, that means this is called exclusive NOR gate. Exclusive NOR. Then we will get the A equal to B. The same way we should go for the 2-bit magnitude comparator. From this you can understand the binary numbers is 2. Okay, the binary number 2, each binary number has 2 bits. The binary numbers are A and B. So this is one binary number, this is another one binary number. So we are comparing two binary numbers. This binary number has 2 bits, this binary number has 2 bits. That's why this is called 2-bit magnitude comparator. Again, output is same, A less than B, A equal to B, A greater than B. First, we should compare A and B. How to compare? So, A equal to these 2 bits we should consider. A 0, 0. That means 0. Okay. So, this is 0. Then we should compare with B. What is B bit? 0, 0. So 0, 0 is 0. So we are comparing A with B. So 0 equal to 0. That's why A equal to 1. Okay. Then next we take another one example. For example, if I am considering this bit 1, 0. What is the decimal equivalent of 1, 0? 2. Okay. So what is this value? 0. So here what it means that A equal to 2, 1, 0. 1, 0 is 2. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to 0. So A is equal to 2. You write here. If you are getting confusion, you can write over here. A is equal to 2. What is B? B is equal to 0. If you are comparing these two numbers, A is greater than B. That's why we should write A greater than B as 1. To take one more example. For example, if I am considering this 1, 1. What is 113? Okay, then 10. What is 102? Now again you can write it here. A equal to 3. B equal to 2. So again A greater than B. That's why A greater than B is 1. We can consider one more example. For example, here consider this 0, 1. So 1. 1, 0. 1, 0 means 2. Okay. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. We know A is less than B. So on the condition A less than B is 1. The same way we should compare 2 bits. We are comparing A binary number 2 bits with the B binary number 2 bits. Here we represented the binary numbers. You can take this 0, 1. 0, 1's decimal equivalent is 1. So 0, 0, the decimal equivalent is 0. Then you should compare A with B. Similarly, you see here, this is also 3. This is also 3. Okay, because 1, 1 is 3. Here also 1, 1 is 3. Okay, both are equal. That's why A equal to B. Like this, we should make the comparison. Then again the same procedure. How we discussed in the single bit comparator, same procedure. Draw the K-map for A less than B, A equal to B, A greater than B. Consider the min terms alone. While drawing the K-map of A less than B, consider the min terms. Draw the K-map. Okay, because here I have the 4 variables. So 2 power 4, 8 cell combination. So 2 power 4 is a 16 cell. We should draw the 16 cell K-map that we will discuss in the next slide. See here. Okay, so I have 4 inputs. I drawn the K-map for A greater than B, A equal to B, A less than B. Okay, we know the min terms from the truth table. Okay, take the min terms alone, then do the K-map from this. This is your designed equation. For this designed equation, as usual, we should draw the logic diagram for A less than B, A equal to B, then A greater than B. The same way we can design for 3-bit magnitude comparator, 4-bit magnitude comparator, and etc. Thank you one and all.